Ladies and gentlemen, I'm abiding completely by YouTube guidelines, and I'm simply reading public record, reputable sources, New York Magazine. Trump demands a rematch right now. Newsweek, Trump calls for a rematch that could reinstate him. Daily Beast, Trump demands either a new rematch immediately or make him the president now. Fox News, Trump reiterates call for rematch over FBI's handling of Hunter's laptop story, which an agent was forced to resign just the other day because of suppressing information 2 years ago. I mean, this is the problem. The electorate doesn't get all the information pertaining to corruption within the Democratic Party, which far outweighs anything Trump's accused of. See, the difference is Trump is accused of everything under the sun but they can't prove anything. With Democrats, you don't even, you could just read Hunter's emails or the DNC emails that cheated Bernie Sanders, or look at top secret intelligence on private servers siphoned out of the U.S. government, classified data. Nobody knows how that took place. But you look, ladies and gentlemen, and it's, you could say he's trolling, and you could say, oh, well, he obviously knows it's not possible. But what Trump does is he's able to introduce he tries to shatter the existing paradigm, or shatter, I should say, sacred cows. And sometimes it works. It worked early on, like 2015, 2016. It didn't work towards the end of his presidency on social media. He lost the ability to really influence the electorate via social media. Now it's good and bad, and I'll give you the analysis, but really quickly, hit subscribe to this channel because I don't think people truly understand, according to Real Clear Politics. And again, I'm quoting Real Clear Politics. Trump is up in a generic ballot, or among an average of polls, 2.2% over our current president, the incumbent. Mashed potato brains. So Emerson has Biden up 1. Harvard-Harris has, this was in July actually, Trump up 4. Rasmussen, Trump up 6. Trafalgar, Trump up 5. New York Times in July, Biden up 3. Now, you could say, well, that was in July. August, look at the latest in 538. And hit subscribe to this channel right now, ladies and gentlemen. Starting August 1st, I will be doing a lot on H.A. Goodman's other channel and the Stock Market Crash channel. I should have a live stream tonight, or definitely tomorrow, September 1st. I will have a live stream. And hit subscribe. Tell your friends. We're almost at 200,000 subs. If you want to support my work, my Patreon is below. To my new Patreons, thank you. Your support is greatly appreciated, ladies and gentlemen. And if you want to give a super thanks, go ahead. That'd be greatly appreciated as well. Emerson College. Biden is up 1. Okay, these are polls done with all of media. Hollywood, Jimmy Kimmel. Everybody from Jimmy Kimmel to the FBI agent that was forced to resign is against one man, Orange Man. You have the entire American political system against Trump. He isn't even getting that much love from conservative publications. But he had record highs in household median income. This is the problem with people who don't like Trump. They can't even acknowledge or concede or accept the fact that we had household median incomes at record highs in 2019 and a record low in poverty. It's never been lower since poverty has been recorded in the United States. 1959, it was started poverty reading, the recording of the U.S. poverty rate. Lowest poverty rate since 1959, since it was recorded. And so you have a situation where Trump presided over a fantastic economy and a foreign policy infinitely better than this one. But you have so many myths around Trump. You have the hysteria. And still, you have all of media. The man is basically running. You see this orange, burst of lightning down a track field. He's running a 40-yard dash with a 200-pound backpack called media, FBI officials, late night, everything. All of these things weighing, and his own personality sometimes. But again, it's like Emerson College, August 23rd, 24th, Biden only up 1 over Trump Sr. McLaughlin and Associates, Trump Sr. up by a good amount. 8 points? McLaughlin and Associates, Trump by 4 points. Echelon Insights, then you have Biden up by 4 points. Echelon Insights, Biden up by more than 4 points. But you have, this is bizarre. Echelon, I don't even know what. Yeah, so then you had Biden and Trump tied. But no, he had them down like in one poll by a lot, Trump. But then they're tied. Echelon, I don't know why. YouGov. You could just look at 538 yourself. He's very competitive or defeating mashed potato brains. He's either down by 4 or 5 or down by 1 or defeating him. And you have to understand, and that's 538, okay? That's 538. And 538 skews towards Democrats. They'll always give you polls that kind of are favorable to Democrats. But if you look, general election, Trump versus mashed potato, on Real Clear Politics, you look at the average of all the polls, Trump is ahead in most of these polls. I am quoting Real Clear Politics, 538. Then the CBS News article, the balance of power has shifted. And people have all these, theories as to why. Republicans are losing the narrative. And, Democrats are feeling really good about November. Well, the economy is about to tank much further. The stock market, we're going to have a devastating stock market crash, much worse than anything we've seen in the past year. A 2008 moment, people. And it's not going to be good. And I say, as I beg for super chat, save your money. Or a super chat during the live stream. To my live stream crew, Paul, everyone here, Rensler, Nico, everybody here, JG. I'll have a live stream, Eric. I'll have a live stream, American Girl. Everybody here, thank you. I'll have a live stream probably, tomorrow, the beginning of September. But you look, and I'm telling you, Patreon support is very important. Super chat, any way you can help an independent creator is very important, like myself. But I'm telling you, save your money. Save your money. As I beg for, donations, save your money. This economy run by Democrats is going to be, they cause the poverty and then they claim to be so morally superior, helping poor people. You cause the poverty. You put more people in poverty. We're going to have inflation at 8.5 to 9%, 8 to 9% or more for a while, a long time. And they're raising interest. Powell said he's raising interest rates no matter what. Not going to make a dent in inflation because oil prices are going up. Then you have a derivatives nightmare that I've been talking about since October. I predicted all of this, the recession, stock market crash, everything, in October in the Federalist. Read my Federalist article below in the description. And subscribe to the Stock Market Crash channel. And go to the Stock Market Crash playlist. But, the reason that Democrats are up in the generic polls is one thing: media. The apoplectic, hysterical media coverage. That's why I say I want a Hillary Trump 2024. We have to relive 2016. Excuse me, they have the hiccups. They haven't come to terms with 2016 yet. People have not, the entire American political system has not come to terms with Trump defeating Clinton. And they will stop at nothing, ladies and gentlemen, to prevent Orange Man, this horrible monster who presided over record lows in poverty, hundreds of thousands of new manufacturing jobs, record highs in household median income, Doha Agreement got us out of numerous areas of the world in terms of never-ending military conflict that President Obama and Bush got us into. He reversed failed U.S. foreign policy that was promoted by the Lincoln Project. And so they don't want this man to rock the boat. And people who don't see this are not, they're not very knowledgeable about politics. They're in the music industry, they're in Hollywood, they're wonderful professionals, they're in academia, and they look at the New York Times and the Washington Post, they read the Atlantic, and they listen to the occasional historian who's a liberal Democrat before a historian. And so they say, my God, this is worse than Watergate. Watergate was an actual break-in. Nobody had to investigate whether a crime was committed. It was an actual break-in. Then it was a cover-up. With Trump, they haven't indicted him in 6 years of accusing him of everything under the sun. They don't like his economic policies because it worked, and he took a baseball bat to sacred cows. Tariffs against China, he didn't care. And those were working. You can say, well, the deficit didn't. It's like, a lot of these things were about long-term. It's like, well, it didn't help in terms of trade immediately. Yeah, this was a short-term tactic for an overall strategy of using economic leverage against a country that was going to surpass us anyway. We knew that eventually. Now it's going to be sooner than later, even with their problems, because we have the same problems here. And so they're raising interest rates because Democrats gleefully, with the most apoplectic and hysterical enthusiasm, tanked the U.S. economy. And when you did that, and Europe did that, and now Europe's suffering, you opened up a Pandora's box of inflation and economic disaster. Now we have a recession. It's going to last. I believe we're going to have negative third quarter, but let's say we have a less than 1% positive growth. What does that even mean? Because fourth quarter will probably be devastating. We're looking at a serious economic crash. And if you don't believe me, like, I'm a nobody when it comes to, macroeconomics, even though I've been right on, read my article, go to the stock market crash channel playlist. I've been right on pretty much everything. But I am nothing compared to, like, Michael Burry, Nouriel Roubini, Jeremy Grantham. If you don't believe me, they're saying the sky is going to fall. Then they've been saying that for a while also. And it's going to get real bad. And it's directly because of one political party and the cowards like Mitch McConnell and others in the Republican Party. And these people, like, you have Mitt Romney, McConnell, all these people. They're like, oh, well, Trump is a big problem. If you rallied around Trump when times were good, if you said you shouldn't investigate a Republican based on, I don't care about political party. I don't vote. I vote. If it's Romney versus Biden, I would laugh. I would enjoy Biden defeating Romney. Are you kidding? I'm conservative on a lot of things, Second Amendment, a lot of things. I've become where I used to be the biggest Bernie Sanders booster on the internet, according to the Huffington Post. Why? I wanted a record low in poverty. Trump gave me that. I wanted a record high in household median income. Trump gave me that. Zero rebuttal to that. If you're a far-left socialist, what's your rebuttal? The whole point of being a socialist is because is that you want poor people to rise up from poverty. Trump, we saw that with Trump. Everything was better in terms of the economy, society. The meltdown took place with media. The meltdown took place with D.C. in terms of the establishment there. The politicians, media, consultants, the film industry, Hollywood, very wealthy people. If you were very wealthy and you had the luxury not to talk about privilege, the left talks about privilege. It was a privilege to dislike Trump when there was record highs in household median income and record lows in poverty. According to CNN and every other, you could look at St. Louis Fed. You could look at all the different metrics in the St. Louis Fed. People without college educations did very, very well, and it was like a record under Trump also. Trump gave his voters exactly what he promised. He tried. If he couldn't get it through, he tried at least. Biden has given nothing. Okay, you say, well, he gave the student loans. The average student loan surpasses what he's giving. And the left wanted complete, abolish, they wanted to abolish all the money. They're talking about Medicare for all. That'll never happen. For Democrats, it'll never happen. Republicans will never happen, obviously, but they're getting lied to all the time. Anyway, hit subscribe to this channel right now. Trump is actually not only competitive, he's defeating mashed potato brains, and that's with the entire American political establishment and media against him. Imagine if things were the way they were about 10 years ago, not even, like 7, 8 years ago, where media didn't take an overt side. Imagine. He'd be up by like 10 points. I mean, do you know anyone, even if you're a wonderful liberal Democrat, do you know anyone who loves Biden? Does that person even exist? A person who loves Biden, okay? Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now.